Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Jive Sports Podcast, once again with our good buddy, best pal, Skylar Hartwick, um, doing a phenomenal job in the absence of Brandon Zufelt, who is on a missing poster at this point. But we're going to do a little bit of Week 12
He's,
preview, Week
he's in a better
13,
place.
Week 13 preview. Skylar is a Pats fan. I'm a Giants fan, so we got a little bit of that going on right now. So, Skylar, what's up with you, dog? Anything new?
Oh, no, not really. Just living life, enjoying seeing the Patriots back on top of the NFL. I mean,
Yeah, it must be nice, but
10-2, first 10-win team on the season, sole first place in the AFC. I mean,
and who
Drake
called?
May's leading the league in passing yards.
Can you remind us who called that?
I did.
Yeah, you
I,
did, didn't you? And what'd you say?
I mean, I said 12-5. I said 12-5. So I mean,
Yeah, you undersold them. Bad fan.
I did. A little humble.
All right, but so what do you say? A lot to get into. Interesting week. Um,
Very
I don't,
interesting week.
I'm not sure what the exact order is. I'm not. It doesn't really matter. Is there a game you want to start with? Anything in particular?
You We just want to get the Bears Steelers game out of the way and just go from there.
Sure. What were your
I
thoughts
mean,
about
there's
that?
nothing, no big takeaways. I mean, it looks like DeAndre Swift's starting to slowly lose the backfield, but
Yeah.
outside of that, I mean, the Bears are looking a lot better. Caleb's seems to be getting comfortable in the offense a little bit. The defense, I mean, it's good, but they're one of those defenses. They're either going to let you score or they're going to take the ball from you.
So
And
go ahead, finish up.
And Pittsburgh, I forgot that Rodgers was even possibly missing this game and ended up did missing the game. But I'm surprised they kept it as close as they did.
So before this is one of the rare occasions where I did take a couple little notes before just to have a better idea. I said the exact same thing, a little closer than I would have expected. Without Rodgers, Caleb played solid, 3 tutties, no interceptions. Did lose a fumble. I did a recording with 411 Lions podcast Sunday night, and I had mentioned I was like, because we're talking about Lions, and the NFC North in the future, and I was just like, I haven't seen I heard of DJ Moore all year, so I'm not really, Roma Dunze has kind of been the main guy there. The running
Well, he was, but he sort of tapered off.
I mean, none of them are really like receiver wise. They're not all very consistent. It's like a guy every week, almost like the Patriots, but not as much. But as you mentioned, running game suspect. Swift lost a fumble, and your boy Manungai led the team in carry,
Kyle Monaghan.
and it's probably going to be in his favor moving forward as a more reliable ball carrier. Mason Rudolph didn't play all that well, but as a team, the Steelers they had more first downs, more yards, less penalties. They ran for 186. If you're just looking at the team stats without the score, you would have assumed um, Steelers probably would have won that game, but Bears squeak one out. Um, Interesting for the Bears and Steelers moving forward. The Bears' schedule is going to be Eagles, Green Bay, Browns, Green Bay, 49ers, Lions. So
Yeah, you want to talk about a defensive gauntlet?
a
It's
gauntlet.
the test is coming.
But the Steelers kind of got a similar thing. They got Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Lions, Browns, Ravens to end the year. And obviously, we know the Ravens and Steelers, those two games are going to be huge for both teams. Ravens surging, Steelers trying to keep their head above water. But both teams are about to face the buzz saw.
I mean, yeah, that's Pittsburgh's got it a little easier, but I mean, they're fighting right now to just stay in a playoff hunt.
Yeah. Um, it sounded like Rogers had, like the left hand fracture that doesn't need surgery. So I'm assuming that
Yeah,
he's
the left
probably just
wrist.
give him a little shot and tape him up, and he'll probably be playing next week. Let's jump to Minnesota versus Green Bay. Thoughts on that?
Was this even a game? I mean, JJ McCarthy looks terrible. Do you know that out of I think it's 852 qualified quarterbacks over the last like 25 years, he has quarterback rating wise, I think only above Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, I think the stat going around that the our buddies in New York from Valley Sports mentioned during their live stream last night. You know, it was one of those crazy stats where if you played quarterback for the Vikings and you just spiked the ball 21 times, you would have a better QBR than McCarthy had.
I mean, I believe it. He does not look like anything close to an NFL quarterback. And I mean, it's hard to do that when you have wide receivers like Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson and Aaron Jones is a weapon out of the backfield, and you know any coach that you'd want in the league to fix him would be Kevin O'Connell, and right now Kevin O'Connell can't get anything out of him.
Yeah. Um, Emmanuel Wilson in place of Josh Jacobs had a pretty solid game, 30 touches, 2 touchdowns, about 120 total yards. Packers defense, 5 sacks. There was a Micah sighting. But yeah, like you mentioned, the biggest story, JJ McCarthy, uh, said it a million times already. Michigan fans, we, I think all of us were kind of skeptical about seeing him go in the first, especially having Minnesota move up to get him. Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say with how high he went, it was just no
uh,
way that was gonna work out.
we all kind of knew that he wasn't polished or NFL ready. I would have I could see drafting him. Okay, a guy won a national title. His stats are pretty good. Wasn't asked to throw a lot, but the TD to INT ratio solid. But they're running the ball a lot. Um, I would see him more in that third, fourth, fifth round area as a project. But Justin Jefferson has been a guy with a reputation for being quarterback proof, right? Well,
Yeah,
we found a
and
quarterback that Justin Jefferson can't save because he's made a lot of several very mediocre quarterbacks look fantastic, but that poor guy's going through it. Man.
yeah, I mean, clear frustration, but at that point, you have to be. You're coming off of a year where you had one of the best records in the NFC. Everybody thought, oh, we move on from Sam Darnold. There's nowhere but up from here we could go. And now
hmm
Sam Darnold's fighting for a division title somewhere else, and you guys are in the bottom of the division.
And no sign of like reinforcements or help coming because you can't even use the excuse that they're injured. I mean, the Vikings are
Yep.
set up to compete right now. Now, I'm not saying they would, if that they're like a top team on either side of the ball, but they're good enough on both sides that if a quarterback was there to steer the ship, that's why I thought Carson Wentz could have been that. But I mean, obviously he had a good game or two and then kind of had the same problem, fell off, turnovers, injuries. I keep
Yeah,
saying
I
every
mean,
week. I keep saying every week. I don't know why the Vikings aren't running the ball like 35 times a game. I feel like that's their winning formula, but they keep choosing not to.
yeah, I mean, how can you win with JJ McCarthy being asked to throw the ball more than 20 times a game or close to 20 times a game? This is not an optimal way to run an offense. I mean, you got to be able to move the ball in the NFL. And when you have two good, serviceable NFL running backs, you got to use them.
And not only that, if you have a rookie quarterback that's struggling, his best friend's always going to be a good running game. I keep saying too that even if it's not working early on, stick with it as long as you're not, getting down 2 and 3 scores. Stick with it because eventually there's that wear and tear on the defense. Things start opening up. Play action starts opening up. Um, and that's kind of help how you can help a struggling rookie, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they threw the ball 19 times. They ran the ball 20 times. That's just I don't think that's an acceptable way to keep going forward. I don't know if
But
there's, because he's just, you can't keep doing this going forward.
I mean
I'd be surprised if he gets more action the rest of the season.
the last several weeks it's been like 32 to 35 attempts for McCarthy and like 20 rushing. So it's surprising that it was closer there, but yeah, I mean, I would just pound the fucking ball, and when
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
actual like do or die situation, you have to throw, then you have to. But then that's when you just try to throw a jump ball to JJ and see what happens.
yeah, I mean, you've got a bruising running back like a Jordan Mason. You give him 20 carries on his own and then mix in Aaron Jones, somebody's going to break something eventually.
Yeah, so Vikings fans going through it. Um, I don't know. Colts Chiefs thoughts.
I mean, early, I think I was right in the boat probably with everybody else where, oh, I guess I was wrong. The Colts are going to win this. Chiefs might be having some problems. And then all of a sudden, Colts can't close the game. Here comes Kansas City. And once again, they just find a way to win.
Yeah, this was a big week for the fixes in folks. Shout out George. The Colts were up 20-9 going into the fourth. Chiefs ended up winning 23-20 in OT. Colts had met plenty of opportunities to put the game away. They had three possessions in the fourth, went three on out on all three of them. They had 9 plays, three out, three out, three out. Um, Chiefs score on a 11 play drive, get the 2 point, force the three and out, kick the field goal, go to overtime. Three and out again in overtime. Uh, Long drive for the Chiefs, field goal, winner. Uh, for the people doing the fixes in, Chiefs don't get penalties because I've seen coming out of it that the Chiefs had like no defensive penalties, but the Colts had like whatever. The Chiefs had, I think the penalties were closer together. I don't know if it was like 11-8, but I guess all of the eight came offense for the. I watched bits and pieces. Um, but the Chiefs had 33 first downs. The Colts had 10. The Chiefs doubled them up in yards. The Chiefs had 42 minutes of possession to their 18. Um, I guess for me, there's always a probably a now in the NFL there's a lot more flags it seems, but there's always like 7 or 8 flags a game where it's kind of iffy. It can go either way. Some are like
Yeah.
ticky tacky. We saw that the same type of narrative after the Lions game because the Chiefs had like no penalties all game or like one or two to the Lions 10 or something. Um, I don't know. So for me personally, I feel like the referee, the favoritism thing, you can say that the Chiefs have had many big favorable calls and a lot of high profile matchups over the years. But at the same time, I feel like we see those same things in our own team's fan bases. But if it's kind of trapped, it's between those two fan bases talking about it and bitching about it. But because the Chiefs have won so much and they're on prime time so much, they've become the villains. People hate the Travis Kelsey, Taylor Swift thing. People are starting to get annoyed with Patrick Mahomes. Um, even Ashley, she hates the Chiefs, and I'm just like, why do you hate the Chiefs? They haven't done anything to you. She goes, I just don't like them, you know. Uh, so I think people are kind of looking for those things to be in their favor, but when I watch Lions games, I watch Giants games. Sometimes I'm like, oh, we kind of got away with one there, you know. The Eagles got away with one last week against the Lions with that pass interference at the end of the game. So I think it's
Yeah.
happening more than people want to believe or uh, you know uh, whatever. I don't know. But hey, Chiefs won. Um, I kind of look at it more as a defensive masterclass for the Chiefs. JT was locked up all game. All these three and outs, like I said, 33 first downs to 10. All these three and outs, ran the ball. Um, that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, for Indy going forward, I wouldn't be surprised if these next couple games are sort of similar because they're playing some of the best run defenses in football these next few weeks. So,
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is going to have to learn how to close these games out without the help of Jonathan Taylor, which he's completely capable of. But, they got to keep him off his back. They got to keep him, relaxed and not making those mistakes that he used to make in New York.
How about throwing to Tyler Warren a couple more times?
Why not put Tyler Warren in the backfield like they did at Penn State?
Why not make Tyler Warren quarterback and coach?
I mean, instead of wild, it'd be big wildcat basically.
Because I have Tyler Warren on my team in our fantasy, and he's like third or fourth tight end. But man, every week it's like I don't know what the tight end situation is in the NFL. You got the two best ones, and Brock Bowers is struggling with Geno Smith throwing to him. But, Tyler Warren hasn't had a 20-point fantasy game all year. He's averaging about 4.5, 5 receptions a game. He hasn't broke 100 this year. He had a 99 yard game. So, like, the tight end thing in the NFL is kind of interesting because for like a 10-year kind of window there, there's probably like half the league had a tight end that was, you know, near 1,000 yards. It seemed, at least, uh, from my perspective, it seemed like the tight ends were being used more. But Tyler Warren's
Yes.
or the third tight end, and he hasn't broke 20. He hasn't had a 100-yard game, so it's interesting.
Yeah, tight end, especially fantasy football wise, outside of the top usually three guys, it's a very drastic drop off, and it's not much of a position to invest in.
Well, because it benefits me, we're going to tight end premium next year. It's like
Having
Patriots
Trey McBride, I'm absolutely fine with this.
and
Trey
Ferguson. Hey,
McBride, fun fact, he's actually, I think, second in points per game on the entire season with Jacoby Brissett at his quarterback,
yeah,
behind, I think, only like either JSN or Jonathan Taylor that's in front of him.
wow, what a stud. Patriots Bengals. Here you go, bud. Tell me about this. What happened here?
It was a very nervous start. I thought, as soon as the pick six happened in the second quarter, I thought, oh, this is here we go. This is the trap game. We're gonna lose to the Bengals without Burrow. You know, Buffalo lost. We're not gonna be able to get an extra game on them in the division. It was it was tough, and then they sort of wrangled it back. The defense made some great plays in the second half, especially down in the fourth quarter. But as soon as T. Higgins went out, I mean, it's a little less pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I mean the Bengals gave the Pats a little bit of a scare. No Jamar Chase. Chase Brown played pretty solid. May threw a pick six, which kind of kept the score close for them because they were right on their tail most of the game. And the Bengals had a little bit of a chance there at the end to possibly steal one, but a defensive stand ended the game. I think Patriots got the ball back on downs and just took one knee, and the game was over. But gave them a little bit of a scare there. They scored, kicked the extra point. Pats need to go down and do
Yeah,
something. Wasn't May's best game. Like I said, the pick six. Hunter Henry had a massive game. Flacco didn't really play well at all. Yoshi led the Bengals in targets and yards. But Patriots survived, get the W.
I mean, yeah, it was a very close game, a lot closer than I
And
wanted it
should
to
and
be. But
should have. And they had any right to be. You're playing Joe Flacco
classic,
without Jamar Chase
the classic
against the Bengals
Patriots
defense.
finish to the game. you know, big defensive plays to sort of hold them back.
And now they got the Dragon Slayers this week. Jets Ravens.
What's going on with Lamar Jackson?
You want me to answer
Is
that?
he?
I'll tell you.
I was gonna say, is he still hurt? Because he looks like he's still dealing with something.
So I mean, if you watch whatever I post each week, I'm not a big fan of watching Jets games. I've watched
I do not
like
blame you.
I think I've watched like 10 quarters of Jets football this year, and I fucking was miserable the entire time. I think part of their strategy is boring the other team to death, and I think that Lamar was just almost being lulled to sleep, and I think that's why it was kind of an underwhelming performance for him. Um, uh, King Henry, 2 touchdowns. He was kind of, I mean, just you score 2 touchdowns. You can't really say you're held in check, but 21 carries, 64 yards for him is unusual. Um, so I think the Jets just bore people to sleep.
I mean, yeah, playing such a bland team with, I mean, the only weapon they have is Brees Hall. They don't even have a quarterback that's really going to scare you. They don't. It's just
But for
not even
anybody,
fun to play against them.
yeah, I like I said, I watched the Broncos game because it was in London, the only thing that was on.
Oh,
Um,
miserable
I wa-
game.
I watched half of the uh, Jets Patriots game and couldn't handle anymore. And then I think I watched a couple, like a quarter from the first game against the Steelers, and then like a
Did you watch
quarter
the
against.
Dolphins, the Jets Dolphins? I
Uh,
believe that was one of the Monday night doubleheaders.
yeah, I didn't watch that. I think I watched like the last quarter against the Bucks too, but it, anybody that doesn't think that Tyrod Taylor is better than Justin Fields is insane to me. Um, I'm not
I mean,
saying
as a
that that
quarterback, it's not hard to be better than Justin Fields.
correct. I'm not going to say that they what their record would be if Tyrod played, but I think they'd win an extra game or two. Difference maker.
Yeah,
Maybe they don't make all the same trades that they made if they're a game or two better. If because being in games and scoring points and winning a couple here and there can help kind of keep the team a little bit uh, rejuvenated and energized. But when you have to watch that all the fucking time, oh my goodness, man, I'm not even exaggerating. People, you can't fucking argue against this. It's awful.
they're the perfect opposite of the Giants. Both of them have, they have the same exact record. They're in the same exact place, but the Giants are fun to watch.
They lose in interesting ways and they score some points and stuff.
But the Jets, I mean, there's not many things I would rather watch the Jets play football over.
Dude, I mean, I hate them. They're not even I don't they're not a real rival of the Giants. I know they every year they play the third or fourth preseason game against each other. They share a stadium, and
Yeah,
there's a little bit of the New York inner rivalry there, but it's not really a rivalry to me.
no, it
So
never really
I
has been.
I have no reason to dislike them. I like a lot of their past players. I was a big Curtis Martin guy. Um, so
Mhm.
I I
Patriot legend Curtis Martin.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just fucking tired of them. Hawks Titans.
I mean, the Titans finally woke up a little bit. Cam Ward had his first game that he's actually looked pretty decent in. But I mean, we talk about how great Jackson Smith and Jigba is. I mean, he looks like he's getting ready to be the first 2,000-yard receiver. I mean, he needs, I think, just over 600 yards, and he's got 6 games left to do it. So,
Not so. The score was closer than it actually was. The Titans score a garbage time TD at the end of the game. Darnold rebounds with a 2 TD, no interception performance after throwing 4 last week. And as you mentioned, JSN doing JSN things. And I Also agree. Ward played his best game as a pro. 256 yards passing, 37 rushing, ran one, threw one, no turnovers, but he's not getting any help from anybody when he's leading the team in rushing and throwing to, his top target was Gunnar Helm. Um, that's
I
not
know. Shout out to Chimere DK,
yeah,
rookie wide receiver out of Florida. He actually, I liked him coming out of the into the draft. He's got a solid, route running capability to him. He's got some decent hands. He could be a serviceable wide receiver for him, but not a number one.
and the Titans fired their head coach earlier, right? I'm pretty
Um,
sure they fired their head.
did did they did they fire their head coach? I
Yeah,
honestly
they've.
can't even remember if they did.
Let me just.
Actually, yeah, they did because they're on Mike McCoy now.
Okay, yeah. So I'd mentioned this for a bunch of quarterbacks: Trevor, Danny Jones, um, even Drake May. I hate when rookie quarterbacks come in and in the middle of the season their head coach gets fired. It's fucking man, like the Titans should have had a good idea before the year that their coach wasn't the guy, you know,
Yeah, I
and
mean
brought
they're
in a
pretty
coach
easy to sniff out. I mean,
and I think he had, like a Hugh Jackson type record already. So
he did. Yeah, I think they win one or two games last year.
I can't remember.
I think it was just two, but
And so I wish they would have got a coach before the year and said, "Hey, you guys are going to be linked at the hip for the next at least two or three to see what you guys can do together." But so he's got to deal with going through different coaching staffs his rookie year. If it wasn't bad enough for him having Calvin Ridley as his top target and this, I don't even know if you want to call Pollard. Uh, Tajay Spears and Moldings a committee because all three of them are terrible. So he's
yeah, I would
he's
say
got
it's not
no.
a.
The strengths of their offense is basically they got two solid tight ends, Chig and Gunner, and the defense isn't awful, you know. But
Well, I mean,
poor
they
Cam
only
Ward.
really have a couple pieces to their defense, but
Um, so you brought up JSN in the 2,000 yard thing. Are How do you feel about? Do you think he has to break it before the 17th game, or it's not that big of a deal to you if it takes the 17th to get it?
I feel a little more credibility wise, it'd be better if it was, not the last week of the season because I
Yes,
don't want it to be, oh, he needs, 7 yards and he breaks 2,000. And, I like it when you have that last big game where 150 yards, couple of touchdowns, just this huge exclamation point on breaking this milestone.
I agree. I don't want anybody to if he's able to do it. I don't want anybody to try to discredit him for whatever. Um, he's so fucking fun to watch because he's got he's just like the perfect like size, and he's got like never ending stamina. I feel like he gets faster, and once the game's going, he gets better and better as the game goes. And I don't know if there's a guy out there having more fun than him right now. Just
I mean,
incredible.
watching him sort of reminds me of Larry Fitzgerald a little bit with the
I don't
makes it
think
look effortless. He doesn't he never looks like he's losing a step or getting tired. Always out there just playing football, just having some fun.
I feel like they have similar posture too. I felt like I've noticed
Yeah.
that. Like the way this makes it sound like I'm checking JSN out more than people would probably be comfortable with, but Larry Fitzgerald and JSN, they have a stance or a posture that looks similar. And Larry Fitzgerald's probably my second favorite receiver all time. What a fucking monster! Um, Good comparison. I like that because once you said
Yeah,
that,
it's
I'm like, damn. You know what? That's who like when he's like lining up reminds me of.
yeah, that's exactly who he reminds me. I feel like I'm watching Larry Fitzgerald all over again.
Cards Jags. Oh my gosh. Go ahead.
I'm surprised that this ended up being as close as it was, but at the same time, I'm not because this is what the Cardinals do. They sort of dip their toe in the water of a win and then they just back out.
So I'm surprised the Cardinals didn't win. I think you can say I told you so. I think I'm out officially on Trevor Lawrence until proven otherwise. I'm off the band.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I'm off. I'd stopped drinking the Kool-Aid. I wanted to believe, uh, more or less, just because I want my preseason to pick to be correct. And I've always kind of liked the Jags. I think I've mentioned before that when I was when it's coming down to me picking my favorite team, it came down to Jags or Giants, and I chose correctly. But Trevor, four turnovers,
Thankfully, yeah.
three ends, a fumble that was returned back for a touchdown. I don't know that I've ever seen, maybe besides that Texans Lions game a year or two ago, uh, Cards won the turnover battle 4-0 and lost.
Yeah.
The Lions
I mean,
the Lions had that five interception game and
yeah,
won.
that was last year. Yeah, that was
I can't remember if Stroud or whatever had some picks too, but very rarely do
I
you
want to
see a
say he
team.
had two or three as well.
I don't know that I've ever seen a team with winning 4-0 turnovers lose. So it took a Herculean effort. The Jags are a fantastic rushing team. Um, and you mentioned earlier, I'm also a big Jacoby Brissett fan. I love Brissett and Dobbs and Josh Johnson, Jameis, these guys that play the backup, but when the starter goes down, they come in and they give you a chance to win. That's all you. Uh oh. Lost Skyler. Lost the Sky Dog. Let's see if he can get back in here. But as I was saying, um, Raiders are awful. Wondering when Geno's going to get benched. Story is obviously Shedeur getting first W, first start, first rookie Brown to win their debut. Um, I don't. So I like to poke fun.
I know
You
this
know
is your guy.
I have nothing against Shedeur Sanders as a player or a person. Um, my my gripe has never been against him. It's just been against his radical fan base because you know Brandon has posted a little bit more about him than I have on our channels or whatever, just when things happen, like the Mime interview. Uh, but I made a little clip of
Yeah.
when he threw the pick against the Raiders. I was just poking fun, and every time you say something bad about if you just joke about Shador, I get you're a hater, you're a racist, blah blah blah. Let me just say this for the people at home, the handful that watch this. Uh, I want Shador to succeed. I like rookie. I want all rookies on all teams besides the Cowboys and Eagles to succeed. Shador especially is a very cool story. We know who his dad is. He's a fifth round pick, got passed up on, and he goes to one of the, if not the worst franchises in modern history. So if he was able to be a fifth round pick and turn that around, that would be a great story. The documentaries they could make about that would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't root for him to do bad. I want him to do well. My issue was always that people were already uh, putting the conspiracy theories together during the draft, and then when Dylan Gabriel got to start, it was there more conspiracies that they're killing his career, they're doing it on purpose, and that segment of fan, the radical Sanders fan, because I think it's more of like the Sanders family as a whole is polarizing and dynamic, and Dion's loved, but it was everything was Dylan Gabriel's fault. And I wish that those fans would
Yeah.
give Dylan Gabriel the same grace that they are giving Shador. I understand Gabriel got first team reps and he played more games, but the Browns are pretty bad overall. the
Yes,
defense is
they
the one
are.
that keeps them in games. Their best receivers, I guess, Jerry Judy. We don't know where he's been all year. Tight ends are pretty solid, but you know, running game is okay. We both love Judkins. So Gabriel wasn't working with a whole lot to begin with, but then it was all his fault. And all I said was, "You're saying it's his fault because you want Shedeur in, but when Shedeur in, you're not going to say that it's his fault. You're going to start blaming receivers and the coaching staff, and
All
that's
the
what happened.
peripheral guys.
And I just
Yeah.
prefer consistency. Um, and then I was told, well, the only quarterback critique is Shedeur. I've been calling JJ McCarthy Trent Dilfer. I just told you Trevor Lawrence is trash. I was making fun of Baker. I make fun of Justin Fields. Uh, I make fun of CJ Stroud. We were just talking about Jared Goff last or Sunday night and this morning about kind of the yips that he gets, and as soon as he's got a little bit of pressure, he folds. Um, so they're not watching the show or watching the other clips. They saw Shador, saw me make a joke about him, and that's all you do is critique him. No, I'm watching everybody. uh, I try to praise things that are good and critique things that are bad, um, and try to do it in a consistent way. But whatever. Browns get the win. Ugly win. A win is a win. Good, good luck, Shador.
A win is a win.
Falcons Saints. Thoughts?
I really was hoping for more out of New Orleans in this one, but I don't even. It's just an ugly game. It's almost like the Jets played on both sides of this game. That's how
So on
interesting it was.
paper, this is the outcome you should expect, but it's still kind of a shock at the same time because the Falcons have been so disappointing all year. I took them to win the division. That's not going to happen. I said last week that at before the last Panthers Falcons game, I said if the Panthers beat the Falcons again, I'm a Panthers fan and the Falcons are dead to me. So they're dead to me. And because I traded for Shuck, I was hoping for the Saints to do something. Shuck was inefficient. 30 completions for 240 yards, led the team in rushing, which is bad. Taysom Hill led the team in carries with 10. But he's
Really
really just
bad.
throwing screens to Olave and a little bit of here and there to Jawan Johnson. They traded Rashid Shaheed, so I'm optimistic for them in the future. They got to navigate the salary cap, but uh, Shuck, just like Shador and everyone else, I'm hoping they do well. Um, Especially Shuck because I have him on my dynasty team, but that's about it. I think now it's time for the game. Giants Lions. Why don't you start off, pal?
It should be illegal for Jameis Winston to not be playing for somebody. I mean, he's just so much fun to watch. He's gonna throw the ball. Who's gonna catch it is anybody's guess. I mean, that one third down throw out of the end zone that Hodgins ended up catching. I mean, he didn't even throw it really to Hodgins. He just threw it as high as he could and hoped it went to a guy in a white jersey. It is so much fun to watch. It is so chaotic, but 366 yards. He caught a touchdown and probably the best receiving touchdown
Yeah,
I've
he had a
seen from a
great
quarterback because he
and
actually broke a tackle and
contested.
stumbled into the end zone.
What else?
Then I mean, I uh, I told you guys that I wouldn't be surprised if Gibbs and Montgomery combined for 300 yards against this defense. Do you want to know how many yards they combined for
Really
exactly?
close. I was
301. They
I was
they
making the
barely got
same
over the
joke. I was
edge.
like, they can break a rushing game record against the Giants. I think going into the game they were like third or fourth worst rushing defense, and but now
They
after
might have
that
been
one they
the
probably
worst.
are. Um, so We fired Dable because he blew major lead against the Broncos, then did it again 2 weeks later against the Bears,
Yep.
and wasn't looking out for Jackson's best interest and was fired. And now we bring in, we promote the offensive coordinator Kafka to head coach and blow another double-digit lead. However, in this situation, I knew it wasn't sustainable. I'm talking shit on Facebook in our group chat, just to get under people's skin. But I took the Lions to win. I said the Giants would cover. I'm not gonna lie and say, hey, there for a minute, I thought it was possible. I did not expect it. I wasn't fully sure, but I'm still gonna, I don't have much to be happy about, guys. So if I have a couple good if I have a couple good
Hey,
quarters, I'm
fandom
gonna
comes
say
first.
something. Um, so I was like, oh, laughing in Ashley's face, blah blah blah. What happened? I thought was going to happen. Maybe not in the same way. I think I was talking to the 411 people Sunday night, and I said, I know the score was close, went to overtime, but those trick plays were pretty lucky on the little flea flicker with Singletary. Jameis was like a fraction of a second away from getting blown up. The touchdown Jameis caught from the wide receiver Gunner. Gunner was about to get lit up, and then Jameis had to adjust and con- catch a contested catch and everything, and that's always scary. So you take away those two touchdowns that, you know, whatever, lucky, little lucky. Then you take those touchdowns off the board. There's a couple other big runs that you don't see. Wandale was fucking amazing for the first half.
Everywhere.
Couple
He was
busted plays
everywhere.
and stuff, but that's the Giants don't usually get those things. So the score was close, and the Lions pulled it out.
Yeah.
Um, Jameer Gibbs is a freak. I mean, that's not a secret to anybody. He's one of the fastest players in the league, but he's got the fastest acceleration, maybe a Tyreek Hill, but within 3 or 4 strides, he's full speed and he's fucking gone. Okay? It's amazing.
Yep. Well, he's
Yeah,
got three of the five fastest
right.
speeds on the
Um,
season.
but his acceleration is next level. I don't know anybody that I've ever seen that just explode through a hole like that. But to me, folks, here's my big issue with this game. The Lions are dirty. Okay? Let me tell you about how dirty the Lions are. Not to mention, let's start it off with Dan Campbell's first press conference as Lions head coach. Hey, we're gonna go bite some kneecaps, is what he said, right? It's pretty dirty to me.
That's what he
But you
said.
know that they're gunning for people's feet, gunning for their legs, and one of our guys, Raheem Nunez Roche, whatever. Uh, Let me share this screen
Ferocious, yeah.
uh, like not an idiot and show you guys what happened here because this is egregious. It's still working. I don't know how I can make this one bigger, but
Mhm.
let's take a look at what happened here. You tell me what you saw.
Here we go. Here we go.
And shout out this guy. Don't know who he is, but this is what I saw looking up the play. But he gets a nice sack, and he's doing a celly,
Yep, he's
and look
celebrating
at
as
Goff
one
sticking
should.
his head out, trying to injure Raheem's foot. Guy can't just do it. Yeah,
He just wanted a bite.
everyone else gets to celebrate sacks, but if the Giants try to do it and Goff's mad because he's not playing that well, let's try to break Raheem's foot here. And people are saying that Raheem kicked him. Look at him; he's sticking his head out.
Clearly in the path.
It's
You got to give him a path
unbelievable.
to
So
celebrate.
justice for Raheem. All the people saying that this was dirty by him. He's in the right here, and I just wanted people to know that. Um, Unbelievable. NFL, we're fine, flag, something. So I just wanted to point
Fine
that
for
out.
Goff.
We can move
Single
on
game suspension.
to week 13. Let me pull up the DraftKings lines. I'm just so flustered right now thinking about that. That barbarian savages the Lions. Those
That
ankle
brute.
biters. Okay. Uh, NFL Week 13 starts with Packers at Detroit. Detroit minus 2.5. Thanksgiving afternoon, 1 o'clock game. Your thoughts, sir? Over under 48.5.
I want to go with the Lions on this one, but after years of watching the Lions on Thanksgiving, I think I got to go with Green Bay again. But you know what? Give me the Lions. I think they'll take one against Green Bay. They'll find a way. They'll make everybody think they're going to lose for 3.5 quarters, but
I think the
they'll
Lions
find
are
a
going to
way.
dominate. And that the week I always say I've been saying the week one thing I don't put a lot of stock into. That's a week one divisional opponent on the road.
I
Um,
don't either.
New offensive coordinator, Ragnow retires, blah blah blah. Um, the Packers have shown this year against the Cowboys 40 points, Panthers beat them 30 points. They can be scored on. I'm not none of the Packer receivers worry me. Jordan Love isn't that scary to me. Josh Jacobs has the knee contusion, so he's not going to be 100% if he plays. Um, and I think the Lions have too much firepower and just enough defense to lock them up, and I think they could win comfortably. I think I said 31-17 would be my guess. So I think they, uh, the over under is 48.5. So I guess I would take the under there, 31-17. But I take the Lions.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right on that, Ed.
Chiefs at Cowboys. Oh, we didn't talk about Cowboys Eagles.
We didn't talk
Real
about the
quick,
game.
thoughts on Cowboys Eagles?
I mean, picking the Cowboys to win. It was kind of nervous when Philly just started to boat race them, but the Eagles remind me of the Eagles we saw a couple years ago, where they started out hot and then the wheels just completely fell off, and they got you know basically put out of their misery by Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay in the playoffs. And I think the bad things are starting to come for Philly, and the defense can only hide it for so long. And this is where it
You
came in.
know, I hate that I love Brian Schottenheimer. Have have you seen the
He's a fun guy to watch in
locker
his
room?
press
I've
conferences and
been watching
his
those each
in the
week when they
locker
win.
room. And
Dude, I'd love to play for that guy. Makes it fun. Everyone's buying in. I think he's got the locker room. Um, Jerry Jones got some extra couple picks for them to work with. Um, Obviously, this isn't their year, but I think next year you get um, you get another couple
anything's possible.
edge rushers, whatever. Maybe shore up the O line a little bit again. Uh, they could be dangerous next year. I love what Brian Schottenheimer's doing, and big win, big fourth quarter for them. Good for the Cowboys. I hate fucking saying it, but the Eagles over the years I've learned to hate more than them. And then there was last night 49ers and Panthers, and pretty awful
Panthers.
game. Just
And that
turnovers
was
galore.
yeah.
49ers stink one out. Yeah. 49ers
Yeah,
stink
for
one
both
out with
sides.
20-9. They should put Mac Jones in.
I mean, honestly, yeah, he's the better quarterback
You
of
got
what
was
it
there
looks
anything?
like.
Did you watch the game? Anything special about it?
Not really. I mean, Carolina's, you know, they are who I always think they are. As soon as I
Yeah.
start to believe in them is when they look their
All
worst.
right. Chiefs at Cowboys. Lo-
Uh, I'm going to say it again.
Uh,
Give me the Cowboys.
Chiefs 3.5 point favorites over under 52.5. Man,
I just think Dallas has such a good offense that how does Kansas City going to stop them? They've looked pretty suspect this
the
year,
defense,
so I think
the
Dallas
Chiefs'
could steal them.
defense, the last couple years has been stronger than their offense, and people kind of assume that that would continue to be the trend. Steve Spagnuolo, uh, fantastic defensive coordinator for a long time, and won some titles with the Giants as well. Um, Man, it's tough. I just think the Chiefs, because they need it more. Um, they're in do or die situation because I think even if they win out, they still need some things to fall in place. So I'll take the Chiefs and the under. Bengals at Ravens. -7 Ravens, over under 51.5. Skydog, please don't be dead. Bengals at Ravens. Ravens -7. Um, oh shit. Bengals minus or Ravens -7, over under 51.5. Obviously, I'm taking Ravens at home, and I think Burrow might be back. Jamar might be back. Shit. I'm still going Ravens, and let's take the over. Chicago at Philly. Uh oh. Um, Chicago, I think, has been kind of lucky overall. Soft schedule. Philly needs to rebound strong, so I think Philly wins that game. They're -7, over under 44.5. Um, I'll take the under. Texans at Colts. Colts -4.5, over under 44.5. Give me the Colts at home. They need to rebound. People are saying that they're frauds now. I'll take them to cover. Jags at Titans. Jags -6.5, over under 42.5. Give me the Jags. Um, Saints at Dolphins. Two below average teams that have a little bit of optimism, things that they can be a little happy about. Dolphins have been playing pretty tough lately. Give me the Dolphins at home. I wouldn't touch the spread or the over under. The over under is 41.5. This could be a shootout. Why not? Give me the over. -6 Dolphins, over under 41, or over 41. Cardinals at Bucks. The Baker Mayfield situations, his left shoulder AC whatever sprain. Um, Damn. Give me the Bucks. I like Teddy Bridgewater. Over under 44.5. I'll say under. Give me the Bucks. 49ers at Browns. 49ers -5.5. Here's a little bit more of a test for Shedeur and the Browns. See if they can put up some points. Judkins might be out. That would be big for them. Uh, because I mean Samson's pretty good, but Judkins I think is a superstar. Brock Purdy played pretty fucking awful. That Browns defense is lights out. Myles Garrett is a monster. Damn, 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 damn. Man, give me the 49ers, but that's a scary game. I wouldn't bet either way, but just on paper, give me the 49ers. Rams at Panthers. Rams -10.5. Traveling across the country. Panthers tough loss last night against the 49ers. Um, Rams are crushing everybody right now. I'm gonna take the Rams. I don't know about the spread. I've grown to like the Panthers and have respect them more. I'll take the Rams. I wouldn't touch the spread. Rams. Falcons at Jets. Wow. I don't even want to. Fuck. Fuck, man. Give me Falcons, but don't watch that. Minnesota at Seattle. Oh, boy. That's going to be rough for Vikings fans when Dick Hammer's grandson's throwing 5 tutties on them. JSN, 200 yards, inches closer to the record. Seattle blows Minnesota out. 12th man, Dick Hammer's grandson, JSN. Uh, sorry, Vikings fans. Love my uncle Jim. He's a big Vikings fan. He's going through it. Vikings have a good team, just don't have the quarterback and make weird decisions. Give me Seattle at home. I feel a little crazy. Give me Seattle minus 10.5. I think they cover. Um, Raiders at Chargers. Raiders are fucking schizophrenic, but the Raiders are just bad. Give me the Chargers. Chargers are minus 10. I wouldn't touch that, but I think the Chargers win. Buffalo at Pitt. Here's a game. Still unsure about Aaron Rodgers. Buffalo's minus 3.5. Buffalo's up and down. It's all about can uh, James Cook and Josh put up points because the defense is suspect too. Fortunately, the Pittsburgh offense isn't a juggernaut. Give me Buffalo. Um, I think I'd take them to cover. Over under 47.5. I wouldn't touch that, but give me Buffalo like 27-17 type game. I haven't been given my scores. Denver at Washington. Um, Denver. Washington is bad everywhere, all around. Um, I usually give you guys some scores. So I said Lions 31-17. Give me the Chiefs 30-20. Give me Ravens 35-28. Give me Eagles 27-20. Give me Colts 34. No, Texans defense is good. I'll give them some credit. Give me Colts 24-17. Give me the Jags in a like a 20-10. Saints Dolphins. I said they go over. I think it could be a shootout if shit. I mean, the Saints don't have a whole lot of weapons. I'll say 30 Miami 30, Saints 17. Bucks at Cardinals at Bucks. I'm -3. Baker's injured if he's playing. If not, it's Teddy. Give me Bucks 24-13. 49ers Browns. I think it's be low scoring. Give me the uh, 49ers 23-17. Rams. Let's go 31-20. Give me the Falcons. Oh my gosh. Fuck. 3-0. Uh, Seattle, give me Seattle 34-16. Give me the Chargers, another similar, let's say 28-9. 9. Give me Buffalo 24-20. Give me Broncos and another like 20. Let's no, Broncos. Let's go 30-13. Okay, and then Patriots Giants. Listen, guys. Patriots got a little scared last week against the Bengals. Giants, little frisky, right? Not as bad as everyone thinks. Definitely not good. Not as bad. Um, fuck. I think the safe pick is Patriots, but I do think the Giants can cover. But because I love my team and Skyler's internet sucks, I'm going to take the Giants straight up, guys. The Giants are going to beat the New England fucking Patriots. Don't bet on that, though. Over under 46 and a half. Give me the Giants like low scoring, like, I don't know, 26-23. How about that? And so I think that's basically where we're at with that. Dad joke. I don't know. One of my favorite growing up was what did the ocean say to Christopher Columbus? Nothing. It just waved. I butchered that, but that makes it funnier, right? The waves. The ocean doesn't talk, but it waves. All right. See you later.